Ahead on Motorhead Garage, souping up the Super Duty. And a product that'll clean just about anything.
Looking good. Welcome to Motorhead Garage. Well, Dave and I got a great project for you today. We're going to do some real performance modification to this big Ford. It's got a 6.4 twin turbo diesel in it. First thing I do is get the cab off. There you go. That ought to do it. That's the only way you can work on these things, but don't let that scare you.
Yeah, exactly. You know what they did is they designed it to be removed like this. 8 bolts, disconnect a few things. You can lift it up in about an hour and a half, and that's what they do at the dealership. And you know they don't want to waste any time at the dealership. You
know, that's where you can get your torque wrenches in there, make sure you get all the gaskets right. It's the only way to fly when it comes to these big Fords. So we're going to do a lot of performance modifications today.
Well, we're going to put on a couple twin turbochargers, put on an intercooler, and do some other things as well.
And you're going to build a lot of cylinder pressure. So the first thing you want to do, because these things will make a lot of horsepower, before you start adding the power, you want to pull the valve covers, take the head bolts out. The factory head bolts were pretty adequate for stock. You're going to build a lot of cylinder pressure. We're going to put in some nice head studs. We'll show you how to do that.
All right, let me go ahead and get this set finally.
All right.
All right, what we're going to be doing here is putting some performance upgrades on this thing. Before we do that, got to remove a few things. What we're going to do is remove the twin turbochargers on here, put on some high performance ones, but we're also going to remove this EGR pipe here. We're going to come right on down here, this EGR cooler. Come on around up here, this cooler here, intake there, and right up in here, let me get it around here, right up in here we're going to replace this with a brand new intercooler. So we got a lot to take off before we start putting some new stuff on.
You know, once you get the valve covers off on these Fords, this 6.4 engine you can get at all of the head bolts. Again, from the factory you got bolts. Now, since we're not taking the heads off and we're not changing head gaskets, you only want to take one bolt off at a time. So I take this bolt out, and you can see it's a pretty stout bolt. What we're going to do is we're going to put in some real strong studs, okay, that'll help to hold the head down more because, you know, there's a reason you got cylinder pressure. You don't want to lift these bolts off. They're adequate for stock. We got a friend here from Swamp Diesel Performance, David Armstrong, going to tell us about these studs. These are pretty stout studs, aren't they?
Yes, sir. Yeah, the big issue with the head studs is the aftermarket studs that we use are more than 50% stronger than the factory bolts. Prevent our customers from popping head gaskets. A lot of guys are under the impression that, you know, 30, 40, 50, 60 pounds of boost is going to pop your head gasket. In reality, on a 4-inch cylinder bore, that's 39 square inches. The combustion event can be well over 3,000 psi. You got 40 square inches, 3,000 psi. You're talking well over 100,000 pounds of force on the piston, trying to drive that rod to turn the crankshaft to make horsepower. It's also trying to blow the head right off the block.
So you can pretty much double the horsepower on these 6.4 liters, can't you?
Yeah. On a lot of these trucks, you know, year, make, model, they have so much potential for fueling. We get the right turbos on there, do the head studs as a preventative, reliable, high horsepower.
That's great. When you do these studs, you want to make sure you put some good assembly lube under the nut, on the threads. That way when you torque it, that you get an accurate torque reading. And again, you're going to do these one at a time. Then you'll go over and torque all the studs in a sequence 3 or 4 times. It's a lot of work, and they're pretty tough. Even taking the stock head bolts out was a lot of work. So while I do that, what we're going to do is have Dave take off the coolers and the turbochargers. All right, so what's our first torque spec here?
I believe we take them to 105. Once we get them all changed out and all equally torqued to 105, you re-loosen them, go back to 105.
All right, here's what I've gotten off so far. What I've done is I've taken off the EGR system. These are the EGR coolers. The reason for that is we're going to be putting a wastegate on here, and this thing's going off-road. This is going on the drag strip, so we don't need that EGR. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to install the new turbocharger, so stick around.
Motorhead Garage is being brought to you by ARP, the world leader in fastener technology, and by bars, leaks, premium automotive chemicals. We have the solution. And by Superior Car Parts, your manufacturer replacement parts for all Model A Fords. And by Cummins Diesel, powering what matters.
Morris Classic Concepts, established in 2004, is the place for your classic car three-point retractable seat belts. Morris Classic Concept seat belts are Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standard compliant. Comfortable to wear, easy to install, and directly bolts into factory mounting points. Look on our webpage for licensed GM mirror polished stainless steel emblems and other parts. Visit us today at MorrisClassicConcepts.com.
Loss of lubricity, lower BTUs, and premature wear of the fuel injection system are some of the problems created by ULSD. Hal's Meaner Power Cleaner has been tested effective and safe to use with today's ULSD. Meaner Power Cleaner adds lubricity, eliminates water problems, reduces injector deposits, increases fuel economy, and saves you money and fuel-related downtime. An important benefit of Hal's Meaner Power Cleaner is its detergent package. It functions by keeping injectors and top engine free of deposits to minimize emissions and ensure maximum engine efficiency.
This is one sweet piece you have here, Dave. Hey, welcome back to Motorhead Garage. Well, we're here with Swamps Diesel Performance, doing a performance upgrade here on our Ford truck. Now, what we've done is we've removed about everything we need to take off of here. One of the things we took off was this EGR system. This is EGR coolers and so forth. Now, why do we take this off on here?
Well, due to emissions regulations, they are required. Since this is an off-road vehicle, we can get rid of them and use over 60% of the drive energy that was wasted through the EGR system to now go into the turbochargers, which will use the exhaust to compound the boost, flow into the engine.
So this really does to eat up a lot of the exhaust. So now you're really running 100% of that exhaust.
Yeah, we've got
pressure
full
in
exhaust flow into these turbochargers. We still need a way to control it.
Well, let's take a look at this. First of all, you roll this around, folks. This is the new system we're putting on here. This is 2 turbochargers. The exhaust flows in here. This is called compound turbocharger.
Yes, sir, compound turbochargers.
So what that means is the exhaust flows in here, and it'll start turning this wheel in this snail here. What that does is then the exhaust flows out into this turbocharger. Then that turns that wheel. These are your compressors. This is starting to turn this compressor, and I can turn that around a little bit so you can see that. This is your compressor. Now that's pulling in.
That is your atmospheric pressure. You know, your air filter. Filtered air is coming into this compressor.
Okay.
It's being compressed. Depending on pedal position, it's going to be compressed, maybe 20, 30 pounds of boost. It's going to be now blown back into this compressor, which will be recompressed, where you get your compounding effect, where now you can have, well over 60, 70, 80 pounds of boost going into the intercooler, which we'll upgrade later. And
that's how you can make some real horsepower on that. So now you're running literally compressed air into your compressor right here, which really compounds it. Now, something about this turbo housing here. You've got some vanes in there, haven't you?
Yes, sir.
Tell me about that.
The factory turbocharger, as well as our aftermarket, is variable geometry. It has some vanes inside that allow a large turbo to respond at lower RPM like a smaller turbocharger for low-end pedal response. So
for you folks out there are not sure about how that actually works, think of it like this. You got a water hose and a fan blade out there, and if you hit that water hose just right on that fan blade, you can really spin it up.
That's correct.
Well, that's exactly what you're doing in here. You can adjust that so you can take advantage of the exhaust in here.
And these vanes can sometimes be prone to sticking. 99.9% of the time it's because of the EGR system. So with the removal of the EGR cooler system, the vanes in here will give you the response with the reliability.
And that's all handled electronically, too,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yeah, right through the factory ECM.
Now, that takes us up here to our wastegate. This is something we can put on there now, right?
Yeah, we really need to. The EGR system was sucking up about 60% of the drive energy for emissions purposes. Now that we're putting 100% of the exhaust flow into these turbochargers, we still want to be able to control and regulate the ultimate boost pressure that's going into the engine. This is adjustable. It's direct bolt-on. Allows us to really make safe horsepower.
Right. You got to have some way of controlling all this stuff right in here. And of course, last now we've got a new intake housing here.
New intake system. The factory intake over there, it had a butterfly in it, much like a gasoline engine, which is sort of rare for a diesel. This new intake is high flow, no restriction, direct bolt-on. It's a great product.
Good. Okay. Well, this is what you get. Next step is we're going to go ahead and bolt this up. Let's see if Sam's ready. Sam, you ready, buddy?
Let me stand up here, big guy.
All right. This is a little heavy, so you may want to get a couple of buddies with you to lift this up. Let me move this out of your way. Okay. You got it? Yep. Turn it around.
Okay, hold on.
That side?
Yep.
Okay.
Watch out for that line. Hold on.
All right, folks. While we go ahead and get this finished up here, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to show you what the intercooler is all about. So stay with us. Sounds good, Sam. Hey, on this week's Industry Update, we're featuring something that every shop should have, and that is the Easy Run engine stand. And Sam, how nice is it to build up an engine and then be able to put it on an engine stand, run it in, check the timing, set your carburetor, make sure you don't have any leaks.
Right.
And then when it's all done, then you can put it in your car and you don't have to worry about it.
Absolutely. These are made in America by a father and son team. It's all powder coated. This is the Pro model. You get the dashboard with all the gauges and switches, aluminum radiator, shrouded cool fan. You got a fuel tank that'll take an electric pump if you have fuel injection. And of course, you can see it's on beautiful 8-inch urethane casters, rolls all over the place. Like
and
nothing.
this is fully adjustable. You can mount about any engine combination you want on here. But the nice thing about it is if you want to run the transmission on your engine, you can do that too.
And it's fully adjustable. One wrench, 9/16, takes it all apart. By the way, this will stand up in your shop. Only takes 17 inches. Here's a nice feature. The rear cross member where these brackets go to the back of the bell housing. You bolt it on the bell housing. When you set your engine down, this just goes right there, put your bolts in and tighten it up, no wrestling.
This is something that everybody should have in their shop.
Clean, efficient, dependable, and durable. Cummins engines are found in nearly every type of vehicle and equipment on Earth, from emergency vehicles to 18-wheelers, Ram heavy-duty pickups to 300-ton mining haul trucks. You'll also find us in marine applications and supplying power generation to locations across the globe. And every Cummins engine is backed by our highly capable and extensive support network with over 5,500 locations worldwide, every hour and every minute of every day. Cummins, dependable every engine.
Minimizer offers a variety of semi-truck fender styles, colors, and options. With an outstanding reputation of quality, durability, and style, our fenders will enhance your truck's appearance and lifespan. Minimizer plastic truck fenders never rust because they're 100% polyethylene. The color is molded throughout so fender chips, scuffs, and scratches can't be seen. The fender never needs to be painted and never fades. The Minimizer fender itself should never need maintenance other than the occasional wash using any all-purpose cleaner. For more information, log on to minimizer.com.
ARP, the world leader in fastener technology, the fasteners of champions.
Do what we do. Use ARP fasteners.
They are the best in the business. I'll do nothing but ARP.
I go to ARP.
We don't take any chances, and that's why our equipment is ARP.
We use nothing but ARP to keep our ride tight and right.
We won 3 championships using ARP fasteners.
We use nothing but ARP. You got to surround yourself with the best, and that's ARP. You have my word on that.
ARP, the world leader in fastener technology.
Marsleek's Engine Repair contains a combination of the best performance additives to repair the most common oil-related problems. Engine Repair restores lost compression and power, reduces noise and oil consumption while improving the performance of worn cylinders, rings, bearings, and seals. For most vehicles, this is your last chance before paying an expensive repair bill or replacing the vehicle. Engine Repair can be used to top off the existing oil when low or add a bottle when changing the oil and filter. Compatible with all types of engine oils, including petroleum, synthetic, and high-mileage formulas.
But well, we got that part buttoned up, ready
Alrighty.
for step 2.
Yep.
Hey, welcome back to Motorhead Garage. Well, we got our turbochargers all installed. Everything is ready now for us to roll this thing back and drop down the cab.
Ready?
Ready? Yeah.
Oh, you got to take it out of gear, buddy.
There we go.
There we go. All right, to top off this installation, you want to get a lot of air. Diesel needs a lot of air. Here's the factory intercooler. Now, with all the stuff we're doing with the turbochargers and the wastegate, and we're going to do a program, do all this stuff, not only are you going to have a lot of cylinder pressure, you're going to have a lot of boost. This thing will build, what, in excess of 50 pounds of boost.
Easily.
Okay, that's a lot of boost. The OE's good for stock, but it's plastic. This thing will come apart, plus it's small. Now, when you get the air out of the intercooler, in order to fit through the area in the truck, you can see, I mean, they really squeeze it down, so that chokes it. So Dave and the boys at Swamps have got a great intercooler here. Look at this pipe first.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, full 3-inch, you know, much fewer bin radiuses to it. The intercooler itself, tremendous increase in, you know, surface area and core thickness, which can give you much more flowable area, not only inside the intercooler for the boosted air to travel through and exchange its heat with the ambient temperature.
Right.
But it's, you know, it's solid. You know, it's you know, TIG welded, 1/4-inch wall aluminum. Drops right in. No fabrication required.
For aluminum, that's pretty heavy. It's 1/4-inch wall aluminum, all welded. Now, with this being bigger, and you know, it's air-to-air intercooler.
Correct.
Okay, so it's exchanging the air better than the stock one. You're building more turbo boost, so you're compressing the air, you're making it hot.
Yeah, I mean, guys at home, you know, got air compressors in their shop, walk up to the tank, it's hot. I mean, we got 2 turbos that are compressing the air.
Right.
That's going to be hot air. So when that boosted air, hot air is going through this intercooler, the more surface area you have to exchange the internal hot air with the ambient air, with the airflow, you know, going down the track.
Right.
You're going to have. It's not about increasing boost. It's about increasing oxygen density in the same volume of air.
Sure. This is no different than a gas engine.
Yeah, absolutely. 50 pounds of boost through this versus 50 pounds of boost through this. You're going to have, you know, probably 30% denser oxygen in the same you know, pressure.
Better cylinder pressure, better cylinder filling, denser air, more power. You want to give me a hand sticking this thing in?
Sure.
He's going to go where?
Yeah, they'll go on the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, you will go to the driver's side.
Yeah.
All right, well, we've got everything installed right now. Now the trick is to get it programmed. And David, you've got a special program you all developed just for this, a proprietary.
That's correct. Yeah, this piece of hardware is a SCT device. The software is proprietary. We work very closely on developing. It's a great setup. We can do custom programming. We can change, you know, different parameters for the engine control, specifically and most importantly, injection timing. You know, these newer engines are able to inject such a vast quantity of fuel. We've got the turbos on there. We've got the intercooler that we can now burn that fuel to keep the engines in one piece. Custom programming is the only way to go.
Okay, let's go ahead and finish programming because I want to hear this thing run.
All right.
All right, Davey, fire it up. Let's see what this will do. All right. Runs good. All right, I don't see any leaks. Shut her off, Dave. I don't see any leaks. I think we did all right on this, Sam.
It's a lot of work, but I'll tell you what, if you look under this engine compartment and you see how crammed it is in there, you know could never have done any of this without taking the cab off. But don't let that scare you. Like Dave said, it's not a bad job.
Yeah, it's pretty tight in there. Really appreciate you stopping by and sharing this information with us, man.
Yeah, thanks for all your help,
appreciate
too.
your help.
Hey, now I got to know something. How much horsepower is this going to generate?
Right at 600 horsepower, about 1,200 foot-pounds, which is pretty close to double what these things put out from
At
the
the rear
factory.
wheels?
Yes, sir, at the rear wheels.
It is a grocery getter for you. That'll go down the road.
It sure as heck will. Now, I got to ask you something else. What else are you working on? You got anything else in the middle here?
Yeah, we do. This little project here will tie in nicely with the project that we've really been working very, very hard on for the last two-plus years. You're probably familiar with the old 7.3 liter Power Stroke. Good old engine, pretty dated injection technology. we have converted 7.3 power strokes to the newest high-pressure common rail injection system.
Awesome. That'll turn it loose, won't it?
Absolutely.
Hey, when you get that done, bring it back.
Okie dokie.
Or else we'll come down to your place.
That'd be better.
Anyway, we got a lot more work ahead of us here on Motorhead Garage. Stick around.
This segment of Motorhead Garage is being brought to you by Car Dolly.
Hey, here's what you got to have in your shop to make your life a lot easier, and that is a set of quality aluminum car dollies from Car Dolly.
These things are great. They weigh less than 12 pounds apiece. You can see right here, they're made out of aluminum. They're made in America, by the way. They have a hole in them, hang them on the wall. They take up no room when you're not using them.
And if you look right here, they got these nice ball bearing casters on here, but they also have a lock on it, so you can lock it down once you have your car where you want it, and it'll stay put. Now, put this back up here. You can see they come in a set of 4. This is for your regular cars.
Right.
Or you even got the double wides here for you like your dragster wheels, this type of thing.
Right. These are 20 by 20. Nice if you got Pro Street tires or big wide slicks. Got 6 casters on it. They're lockable, greasable, ball bearing. And again, it's real high quality. Nice addition to your shop.
Go right to their website, check it out. You can find out everything you need to know.
Car dollies are made in the USA of the highest quality materials and make it easy to move a car around a crowded garage. Car dollies feature a number of improvements over cheaper, lower quality dollies, such as aluminum tire plates that look great and will never rust and are curved to prevent flat spots on tires after prolonged storage. And ball bearing casters make it easier to move your car around, and with the hard, non-marking wheels, it will not scuff up a garage or showroom floor. Check it out at car-dolly.com.
Motorhead Garage is being brought to you by Howe's Lubricator Products, solutions for the next generation of fuels. And by Dynamite Diesel, reliable power guaranteed. And by Tilda Hitch, the world's first tilting trailer hitch. And by Gear Inch, the official tools of Motorhead Garage.
Hey, welcome back to Motorhead Garage. Well, folks, if you're like me, you've probably got a garage full of cleaners and polishers and everything for whether you got boats or cars or motorcycles, you name it. Wouldn't it be nice to have one product that can do a lot for you? Well, that's what we have right here. There's something we've run across we wanted to pass your way. It's called Whoosh, and we've got Julius Kirshner here with Whoosh. Julius, show us exactly what this will do on the boat.
Well, Dave, this is an environmentally product. It's all plant-based, organic. And all we do is we just spray, wipe, and polish. Same with the top.
Yep.
You spray, wipe, turn the cloth over, and polish. And the same with the stainless steel.
This will work on all your, like the plastics and the gel coat and the
everything on this boat.
That is a neat deal to have. So you only need one product for marine use.
And it's very good. It's environmentally friendly, so it won't spoil the water.
What about trucks and vehicles? You got it for that?
100%.
Well, Sam's got some right over there. Let's take a look and see what he's up to.
All right, now, you know, riding down the road, you could hit bugs like crazy, and the stuff that's in a bug is really bad for your paint. We've got this beautiful pickup truck here. Got my buddy Stefan from Whoosh. He's going to show us how this product works and what it can do, because it's not always convenient to find a hose and a bucket and a chamois. So I see this is plastic chrome, and we got bugs all over the front of this truck. This guy never washes the truck, so let's see if we can fix them up.
Not a problem, not with Whoosh. Whoosh is an all organic product that cleans, polishes, and protects any surface. You just spray, you wipe, and you flip it over, and you're going to polish that surface, again, removing all the bugs and dirt naturally.
Okay, you got plastic here, you got a plastic chrome, you got chrome bumper. And again, Whoosh is all plant-based, there's no ammonia in it, it's not going to hurt anything. And of course you can do, how about on windshields?
Windshields, it works great. Again, just spray, clean with one side, to remove all the bird dirt, bugs, etc. Even just for smokers, it removes all the interior dirt as well. Take that, again, no streaks.
Nice job. You know, if you got a convertible top, you got an isinglass in the back, you don't want to put ammonia on that because it'll turn it yellow.
Correct.
So Whoosh will do the job. It does a great job on all these surfaces. It's quick, it's easy, it's organic, so it's really friendly. Now let me ask you this, how about motorcycle stuff?
Oh, motorcycle works fantastic.
So if you got a motorcycle, you got all kinds of things. You got chrome, you got black, plastic, you got helmets, you got everything. Let's see what Dave can do with a bottle of Whoosh.
All right, guys, you know, people have motorcycles have a special problem. They got not only special paint, they got chrome, they got leather, they got plastics. They got a lot to clean up here, and Julius, you got the product for that.
Yes, Dave, we have Whoosh, and Whoosh is all you need. You just spray, wipe, and polish. And it's really great for visors. You spray, wipe, polish. To do the inside of the visor, you just spray a little on your cloth, clean it on the inside, and polish it down.
Now, what I like about that is it doesn't fog up on the inside, and if you touch the outside with your finger, well, you don't leave finger marks on it as well, so that's a pretty nice piece. But this works on chrome just as well. You can spray it right on hot exhaust pipes, right?
Chrome, hot exhaust pipes, spray, wipe, polish, leather. One product, Whoosh, is all you need.
So the key on that then is to have a bottle of that in your saddlebag and some microfiber wipes, and that way you always have that when you're traveling. Let's see what Sam's up to now.
You know, brake dust. Look at this stuff. It's nasty. You want to clean your wheels? Whoosh does a great job. Hey, show us how this stuff works.
Again, just spray it on, even on the rubber itself. Take a cloth, give her a good old wipe.
This works great on alloy wheels, even like these cheap painted wheels, you know. Those wheels, I'll tell you what, you can get all of this stuff out of there. And here's the good news. As a wheel cleaner, this doesn't have citric acid in it, which is a great cleaning agent. But what does citric acid do to alloys?
It pits it and starts peeling back everything.
Absolutely. And of course, this is a great way to clean the tires before you put your tire dressing on it. Now, these microfiber towels, we all like them. They're wonderful. Let me tell you something. You throw them in the washing machine with detergent, you've ruined them. So Whoosh has a product. It's called Whoosh Micro Renew Detergent. Fill up your washing machine about halfway with water, a couple ounces of Renew. Put your microfiber towels in there and wash them. They come out and they still work great. Thanks for your help, buddy. Nice job.
Thank you.
This is a great product. One product does it all. Now, we're out of time, so we'll see you next time here at Motorhead Garage. We're going to get the rest of the wheel. This guy will be upset.
Yeah.